Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Mission Yozakura Family, episode 4. And I'm really enjoying the show, especially all the craziness of these superhuman family, and with our guy Tayo as well. I mean, this episode, okay, it's in the first half, focus on this one character of one of the siblings named Kengo, right, who's the master of disguise, and the other half is focused on the other one, Shinzo, who's the one who's always hiding in the garbage can, right? But again, the first half, okay, with Kendo, like first of all, we see Matsumi, we see her performing her role as head of the family because she's doing her and Tayo, like she's stamping all these stacks upon stacks upon stacks of all these paperwork. I mean, you literally see a whole room filled with stacks of paper, right? And she mentions like what funds and more payments and stuff. It's a stack. It's like a billion stacks of papers filling up the whole room, and she's just stamping each one, telling Tao about get rid of these like so-called divorce papers. So she shows she's proving she is head of the family, and she's smart in her own ways because, like later afterwards, like with Kendo, she's able just to tell that that's Kendo disguised as Tayo because of she knows little character details about him, right? So, and she can be proved a little bit scary. Does give that scary look, with the handcuffs, like, yeah, she can't be proven, even though she has no superpowers at all, though, but she is proven she is head of the family, proving her position as the head of the family. Especially doing all, yeah, just because he's head of the family, she has to do all the paperwork as well. And then even when they're on their way to school, that it seems that now that Tayo is blending in quite well to being part of this big spy family, right? Yeah, spy family. Like when they're walking to school and one of the baseball team hits a baseball, right? And Tayo, he just catches it without even looking. Not even looking, he catches it with one hand, not looking, right? And then he turns around once again, not looking, throws it back. Basically, throws it back like a rocket. With a picture like it's hot, right? When he catches it in the glove, right? So we see Tayo, his skills are improving a lot more in the being part of this big spy family. Like I said, he catches the ball not looking, and still not looking, he throws it back like the speed of light. So he's pretty much being blended pretty well of being in the part of this family. And even at the dinner table, like when he's eating his curry, right, that Matsumi made, this guy still can't get a decent meal without being poisoned in any way, shape, or form, right? She I thought she cares about Tayo, but I'm like, if you cared about him, loved him enough, you wouldn't try to poison him, Let your other crazy family members poison his food, right? I mean, if you love him so much, I don't think you would just give the guy a break and not poison his food because she says she laced it with cyanide. Like, please, he's the guy that you love, and you're still trying to poison him like the other members of your crazy family are trying to do. Like, don't do that to your man, right? Okay. Give the guy a break. Stop worrying you poison him so he has to keep using the toilet to pick the lock every time. The rest of this first half with the master of disguise Kendo, and like they go to his room. His room is a complete mess, clothes piled to the ceiling, and so then we get this whole hide and seek cat and mouse chase. It's a cat and mouse hide and seek game where they try to check in every of the siblings' room, find him, and can't seem to find him. Until the point where he disguises himself as a painting, and then later on, when he basically does a swap, right? When he disguises himself as Tayo, when it turns out when he was ahead, Tayo throws him down this garbage chute behind a painting, and so, but Matsumi managed to know that's Kendo disguised as Taiyo because, like I said, the little character details that she knows that he didn't know. Like, for instance, like they go back to Kendo's room, right? And he walks in first. And then Matsumi puts the handcuffs on him. It's like, nice try, guy, basically, Kendo, because I know that's you because Taiyo, he would open the door for me first. He would let me walk in first. Him disguised as Taiyo, he walked in first instead of her. So the little character details that she knew, is like she was able to know that was him because if it was Taiyo, he would let her walk in first. So it's like, hey, nice try, you know. And then we get this this teensy flashback of when they were little kids, you know, and with their mom. Like, I wonder who their mom is because we see like a picture or two with the mom on their phones, like the whole family, but the mom's face is blurred out. And then we see another teensy flashback where we see Kendo and Matsumi were little kids, and the mom's face is once again blacked out. So maybe when I will know who she is, reveal her face though. But I'm just saying. So after that, then we move up with Shinzo because you know he's talking to like Taiyo like confidently, you know, calmly and with confidence, right? He's going on this so-called low-level mission to retrieve this counterfeit money plate, right? This counterfeit bill plate. And so he's on his mission, and when he runs out of guns and ammo, like a switch has been flipped and he turns into this complete crybaby wimp. Because what Matsumi tells him, you know, without his guns and ammo, he's just a complete utter wimp, a crybaby. Maybe that's the reason why he hides in that garbage can so much, because when he's not having any guns or ammo on him, he's like in this shunned mode, you know, where he hides himself in a garbage can. Maybe that's the reason why he hides in there. But take away his gun, you know, he's a badass just when we see him, right? When he has a gun in his hand, but take away his weapons, he's a crybaby. So and then we see once again how I said that how Taiyo is blending in well in this family because he does some combat skills, like he deciphers to hear how many footsteps are coming from each person, like 3 sets of footprints coming down the hall, right? And he does like a knee to the head, and since his clothes are stab proof, right? And he takes out one guy. I think he did like a punch, and then headbutts one guy, and then the gun he had the gun before, which is like pretty much like a taser type gun, right? Shoots it, and then he's able to it cuts away when he charges at the guy, right? So it shows that his combat skills are improving. He's taking out knocking out some guys, right, without killing him, of course. And then when he gets to Shinzo, give him his ammo, boom, he's back to being. I was gonna say John Wick though, because I would say he is John Wick in sort of a way, because when they're running, a sniper shoots Taiyo in the leg, and our boy's bleeding out, right? He's bleeding out a lot, and the guy's telling him, hey, if you want to help him give first aid, right, put down your weapon, right? And then one of the stuff that because Taiyo went into the building carrying some stuff for a sack, and one of the stuff that's in the sack was a fork. This is what I mean the John Wick stuff, right? Because like Matsu was telling him, anything you put in Shinzu's hand in his hand can be a powerful weapon. So he throws him the fork, and the fork he freaking throws it, and it goes right straight through the barrel of that sniper rifle. I'm like, you know, this show can't get more craziness than this, because yeah, these people aren't human at all. They're inhumans, or they're superheroes, you know? What do you say, mutants, or like I said, inhumans? Because they're not, right, we have already established they're not human at all. They're superheroes. Like, our guy, he just basically made a John Wick type of reference, you know, like, you know, the whole thing with John Wick with the pencil, right? He can kill with a pencil. Well, here a guy just basically takes a fork. Well, it's not an ordinary fork. It has like a much more firmer grip on the handle. But he takes it, he throws it, and just basically runs right through the barrel of that sniper rifle. I'm like, this is like an overblown anime, overblown hyphen over the top anime version of John Wick, basically. That's basically what it is. Except John Wick doesn't have... John Wick... he gets kicked out a whole bunch of steps a lot of times. He's still fine. Gets beaten up a lot. He's still fine, you know. But that's more... He's being more superhuman, basically, in John Wick 4, basically. But that's another time. But yeah, but it's basically this is over. But here it's this anime get away with it, right? But these people are just basically it's like an over the top anime version of John Wick, which mixed with the spy part. So he shoots the guy, and then it gets our guy out of there. I guess our boy out of there, and then afterwards they're just talking casually afterwards. And then we get something like I forget what it was like. After the credits or before the credits, I forget though. But we see this guy, this mysterious guy who shoots the sniper, who wants information. He says that I'm not telling you. Shoots him. Well, no. He doesn't shoot him. He beats him to death with a hammer. He's carrying a hammer, so he beats him with the hammer. And then on his phone, his next target is Tayo. So I'm like, okay, so who is this guy now? Which obviously we'll get to though. But I'm like. Who's this guy? Why is Tayo his next target? So I don't know, but yeah, this is just I'm loving the show because it's so over the top. You know, yeah, you take a ridiculous but like a spy plot, make it so over the top, pretty much like a John Wick type of scenario. You know, but with spies because everything from the death trap house, these superhuman people, this family. So, I mean, the whole thing was that it was good the first time we know the whole hide-and-seek game with Kendo, then the whole John Wick style or Jekyll and Hyde type of with Shinzo because, you know, it's like he's Jekyll and Hyde in also way because with a weapon, a gun, he's badass, John Wick basically. Or if we take away his weapons, he's a crybaby wimp. But yeah, but just the whole thing with the fork, you know, it just reminds me of like what John Wick did with the pencil, you know. Is we imagine you do with a pencil, just imagine what you do with a fork, you know? But yeah, episode 4 of Mission Yozakura Family is just over the top fun. I'm loving the show, you know. So yeah, but that's episode 4. Great, it was a great episode. It was. I enjoyed it. And also, as we mentioned with Matsumi as doing her position as head of the family, you know, doing all a billion paperwork, you know, stamping, stamp, you know. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review. We'll see you next time. Later.